evil blanket fish has awoken.
Looks like everything's coming in. So we are live once again. And continuing with Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom. I'm gonna try to start actually pushing story more for the ending to try to get through this within the next few days. I don't know if I'll succeed. I may still get sidetracked doing the many side activities in this game, but that's what I'm gonna try for. But we left off last time, we had just gotten our kingdom up to level 3.
Uh-huh.
So, to start getting through the story, we now have to go to Ding Dong Dell. Since they are the last country that we have not gotten to sign the Declaration of Interdependence in one way or another. I forget what level was this. 44. That's right, that's like the highest one so far. You guys are all like... basically we could say 27. Although they could probably do a few levels beyond that. Haven't been in here. Guessing there'll probably be a quest with an optional boss fight in here at some point, because there's nothing else of note that would require this to be here. I believe he just learned a new skill. Timber Shiverer.
Watch your backs! Here goes! You ready for this? Hey.
Thought maybe now that we were actually landing here that I could do that other side quest that had me going over there, but nope, I'm gonna have to wait till this section's done.
I am counting on you all! Here goes nothing. Shall we? Here goes. Here goes. I am counting on you all.
Alright, so... we'll turn that in when we actually make it back to town, but... I believe that side quest should be accounted for now.
Prepare to be boarded!
Shall we? Here goes.
Let's see where this goes. Did I already go inside this temple? Crypt of Cat Kings. Alright, so... that's either something for later, or that's like a story quest that we're about to probably get.
Here goes. Watch your back. Here goes. Here goes nothing. Here goes.
So if we put the Mark of Kings just here...
Tidy!
Kingsway, here we come! It's like they were dropping some decent upgrades for ranged weapons, at least. He didn't waste any time putting statues up, did he?
Wow.
So this is Ding Dong Dell, huh? It's like something out of a picture book. It feels different from when I was last here.
Well,
The town appears peaceful, yet one cannot help but notice a distinct lack of Grimalkin. Have all jumped sit and set sail for safer shores, I shouldn't wonder.
no.
Unlikely. Mousinger has had the citizenry under close scrutiny ever since the coup. If they didn't get away fast, they didn't get away at all. I'd heard they'd all been moved to some kind of underground slum somewhere, although I don't know how much more than that.
Blimey.
That sounds miserable.
All right.
If there are no Grimalkin left to speak with, we shall have to see what the mice and rats have to tell us. Only if you and Roland will agree not to remove your hoods. You're both too well known here for comfort. Okay. It's not exactly the world's best disguise, but I guess it'll have to do for now.
Oi!
Hey, less of your complaining. It was the best we could rustle up at short notice.
Welcome. What would you like? Come back anytime.
I'm trying to remember if this is the same layout this town had in the first game. But so far, I think this is really the only town that's been in both. Damn it.
Welcome.
Let's see if we have what you're looking for. Please come again.
Yeah.
King Mousinger's policies are putting Mousekind first at last. They've given us all a real boost. I suspect the Grimalkin aren't too happy about it, but still. They've had their time in the sun, and we've all suffered enough. I think it's only fair that the tables are turned. It's amazing to think how different things might be now if King Leonard hadn't fallen ill and passed away when he did.
Hello there. What can I do for you? See you again. Yeah.
Life here in Ding Dong Dell has changed beyond recognition since King Mousinger took over. I mean, King Leonhard always said he was committed to equality, but I never really trusted him. You wouldn't either if you'd seen the way that Grimalkin used to treat us mice. Now we're finally getting what we deserve, and it's all King Mousinger's doing. He's our hero.
Huh?
What's that you say? Life under King Mousinger? Well, I don't know what it's like for humans or Grimalkin, but for a mouse like me, things are completely different nowadays. I mean, when I was younger, we were picked on all the time. My mother told me I should never trust a Grimalkin or become friends with one. I think that's what all mouse mothers told their children back then. Still, I don't hold a grudge against King Leonhard or anything. That's all of the past now. It's time to move on.
If I may be so bold.
It certainly seems that Mousinger's rule is no unwelcome thing for the majority of mousekind.
Mm-hmm.
And why would it be? They're finally getting preferential treatment after all these years. So let me see if I've got this straight. It used to be the mice and rats who were discriminated against, but now that the tables have turned and the Grimalkin are on the receiving end. It seems so, yes.
Aye.
Tit for tat, eh? Folks ain't never so different as they're the same. I never knew that things were so hard for mousekind. I knew nothing about my people, nothing at all, and to think I called myself their king. Oh, Evan. I'd like to hear what the Grimalkin have to say for themselves, but there aren't exactly many around to ask. Now, look at this gang of idlers. If you're not busy, can you give me a hand? Come here, will you? What exactly is it you need our help with? Oh, so you were listening, were you? That must mean you're keen to help. How lovely of you. Oh, well, don't be shy now. Here you go. What's this? It's one of my famous sardine sandwiches, of course. I need you to deliver it to a Grimalkin called Shadow. There was, well, an incident, shall we say. He's probably hiding somewhere, poor lad, but he won't have gone far. He's a cat fellow, black with a long tail. You can't miss it. He's always waggling about in the place. He's paid already, so you just need to give him the package. Flip, man, what are we, errand boys?
Yeah.
Whatever you are, deliver the goods and come back here and I'll see that you're rewarded. How does that sound? Something tells me we don't have much of a choice. Alright, we'll go and find Shadow for you. Ain't too many cat folk around here. We'll spot them sure, I'm sure. Well, that's certainly a long black tail. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Shadow by any chance, would you? I wasn't doing anything, I promise. Have mercy on an honest Grimalkin.
Howdy do.
No need to panic, pal. We're just the sardine sandwich delivery boys, isn't it?
Whoa!
Sandwich for me?
Yes.
Grumbles asked us to give it to you.
Oh.
Well, I thought those awful soldiers had caught up with me.
Thanks.
Thanks ever so much. I wanted to ask you something. How are things for Grimalkin and Ding Dong Dell these days? Visitors from abroad, eh? You don't see many of you lot lately. What with the borders being closed down and everything. Things have been more than a little rough for we catfolk ever since Mousinger took over. I was only buying a sardine sandwich and those soldiers started looking at me askance. I had no choice but to run, really. So you came here and hid without even talking about what you'd brought with you. Without even taking what you bought with you.
Yep.
Of course I did. We've been chased out of our homes, driven into the slums. They've even posted soldiers at the sewer entrance to watch our comings and goings. We only risk coming out for food, but it's not worth getting nobbled for.
Golly.
That's why there are no Grimalkin in town anymore.
Oh.
What I really wanted was some nice fresh fish, but one of these sandwiches is the next big thing, I suppose. Anyway, I can't stand around here talking to you. Those soldiers could be along any minute.
Goodbye.
Nice to meet you. Perhaps I'll see you some other time.
Crikey!
Suppose we'd better get back and see old Crumbles, eh?
Welcome.
Well, did you carry out my little errand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we found Shadow and gave him his sandwich. Oh, wasn't that just lovely of you? Ever so sorry to impose upon you like that. I said I'd give you a little reward, didn't I? Well, here you go.
What?
Oh, kidding, ain't you? We just delivered one of these. You won't be complaining once you've had a bite, my dear. My sardine sandwiches are the best in the land. You'll be back for more before long, you'll see.
Oh, that cheek!
Hmm.
So the Grimalkin are all living in an underground slum, and there are guards posted at the entrance. Shadow said it was in the old sewers, didn't he? And if he made it out, there must be a way down that the guards aren't watching.
Blimey.
Imagine being trapped down there like that. It must be like being in a prison. Cannot risk being spotted by the guards. If we are to visit the slums, we must make our way there undetected.
All right.
Come on. I definitely remember this from the first game. Like, the sewers were where the mice were living then. I doubt this is the same layout as the first game, though.
You got nothing. This ends now.
Hey, Higgledy Stone. Let's see if we got what it wants. Wheat, stuff that smells all lovely like a flower. I can give them both a try, but neither one sounds like the right one. I don't have what it's asking for yet.
Nothing.
Hey Jigs, how you doing? It looks like this is where we get Soctopuses. That was another side quest that was just gathering items that I had no idea where they were. We may get that done just going through here. Assuming there's more of those things.
Huh?
What's this?
Oh.
I think it must be a statue of one of my ancestors. These braziers, something tells me they're important. Why don't we try lighting them?
Hey!
You remember the Kindle spell I taught you back at the factory, right? Nice. I look forward to my Thanksgiving, but it's not for like another month and a half.
Vex!
Same. So I usually try, because I... Like, there's... At least with us, there's usually... Among my family, there's usually several Thanksgivings. Like, a lot of times one person will do, like, one person will do lunch, another person will do dinner, or maybe, like, more than one person will do dinner. And it's kind of usually a thing that most people try to make an appearance at all of them for at least a little bit. I usually just try to figure out which one's going to have the least people and go to that one.
something!
Aw, damn it, I thought this would be a shortcut. That might have just cost me being able to get there in time. Actually, I know it did. I feel like there was a puzzle like this in the first game, and you did have to go through a shortcut like this to do it. So there's no one else at your age that shows up?
Do something!
Damn it. Okay, yeah, we do. This is a shortcut. I just didn't see the... I didn't see this thing here before. Okay.
Do something! Flip!
Watch your back, O's! Judgment is nigh!
I'm starting to think that this place might be the same, or at least very close to the layout that it was in the first game. But of course, in the first game, it was, you know, one of the first dungeons you go into, and pretty late here. That's not even counting that it's been over a year since I played the first game, but it is seeming very familiar. Said he learned Titan's Javelin. Okay, so what do I trade in? Another Higgledy Stone. Let's see if I have what this one's asking for. And bones you could whip someone good and proper with. All spiky they are. Oh, they did say spiky. Okay, so I don't think I have the item it's asking for. The last one I can try out. Nope. So that's 2 Higgledy Stones that were in this dungeon, and they're both asking for something that I haven't come across yet.
Shall we? Here goes. So you understand? Have at ye, dogs!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone needs our help. We have to get this door open. More braziers.
Come on!
So I need to plan my path. Where are the other ones? Oh, pretty far away. Sure. What habit would that be? Okay, and there's the shortcut back.
Nickers! Here goes nothing. Here goes. Make yourselves useful.
In what way? Because the answer is yes, but I'm more worried about what way are you worried about?
Yeah! Do it.
Well, I would say that more than anything, you probably come off as a little needy in text. I'm not exactly sure how you would fix that, since, you know, as you said, that's usually kind of what you're going for. Like, you usually do want to talk about stuff that's bothering you. So I'm not exactly sure how you could fix that without actually getting to the meat of what you're interested in.
Do something! Whoa! 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 Flip!
No, go away! Go away! You leave her alone! Hide, quickly! Alright. Here it comes.
Watch your back! Finish, man! Here goes! Here goes! Need a little help here! Make yourselves useful! Let me down!
Damn it. I keep roll recovering into him.
Make yourselves useful!
Thank you.
You saved my life. I thought I was going to be... They told me it was too dangerous to go wandering around the sewer on my own, but I wouldn't listen. And just look what happened. Never mind that. What's important is that you're not hurt.
Hey,
What are you doing down here anyway? We're on our way to the slum where all the Grimalkin live. Really, but why would anyone want to visit a place like that? And if you're serious, you have to come and see me while you're there. I need to give you something to say thank you for saving me.
bye-bye.
I'm Boglet, by the way.
But...
She's gone. I hope she'll be alright on her own. No, you don't. You think it'll make you feel better, but it won't.
Tidy!
And even if that is what your goal is to be, you would have to essentially not care about anything. I've grabbed all the catfolk into this little place. My crikey, it ain't impossible.
Flippin' heck!
And it's all musty and damp because of the sewers as well. Makes the old Sky Pirate base seem like paradise. Shall we chat to a few people and see what we can find out? Yeah, and the thing about that, the guys who are, you know, Casanovas or pickup artists or whatever you would say, most people have this warped view in their mind that these are guys that can basically get any girl they want. That's not actually true. What they are is people that prey upon women who have low self-esteem and are seeking male approval. And they do that by just not giving it. You know, they act aloof, they act like they don't care about anything, they don't give the girls what they want, which is approval and attention, as much as they want it. So they seek it, and they attach themselves more to that guy in order to get it from them. But it's essentially you're not doing that, being a Casanova or a ladies' man or whatever, like, that's not going to work on anyone who's well-balanced, I guess, would be the right phrase for it. Like, it's really not going to have much of an effect on a woman who's got her shit together. It is going to have an effect on girls who are already damaged, and you're just going to damage them more. Hey, Koromaru, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
Hello.
There you are. Thanks again for saving me. I said I'd give you something to say thanks, didn't I? Here you go. Token of Moglet's undying gratitude. Swish fish.
Thank you.
Thank you, Moglet, but are you sure? Fish are awfully hard to get a hold of down here, aren't they? No, I simply can't take it. It's reward enough to see you safe and sound. Really, it is. Really, you sure? Well, if you insist. Well, yeah, because that, I mean, like, homme fatale and femme fatale, they both work the same way. They take advantage of people that have issues and are damaged. Which is why it's such a shitty thing to do, because you're just hurting people that are already hurting. And that's why I say, I know you don't want to be that. You've probably got a fantasy in your head that you're gonna be, that you can essentially just get a bunch of girls to fall for you, and getting a bunch of girls that are, you know, normal and well balanced to fall for you, and that's not going to happen. If you're going to go down that road, you're going to be acquiring, you know, women that are damaged and probably have mental problems, and you're going to be exasperating them and making them worse, which is, you're essentially putting the pain that you're feeling onto other people that didn't necessarily deserve it. Like, you're lashing out at the people who hurt you by hurting other people who are already hurting that weren't the people that hurt you. Okay. Yeah, I don't usually check the viewer list, so I haven't seen if you've been lurking or not, Koromaru. But always welcome. Well, then you definitely don't want to be using that term, because that term that you're using is for basically guys who are looking for quantity over quality. And the guys who are looking for quantity over quality, like, they're targeting people who are vulnerable. If you just want to find one person that's right for you, then, I mean, you're not going to find someone who's right for you if you're pretending to be something you're not. That goes for women also. If you have to put on a show and put on an act in order to keep someone, then it's not going to work out, because one day you are going to wake up and you're going to be tired of putting on that act. And if that was the only thing keeping them around, then that's where it's going to end. As cliche as it sounds, I mean, you're not going to find the right person for you unless you actually are being you. What happened to your home, if you don't mind me asking? Well, the soldiers came, didn't they? And they threw us out, just like that. My dad tried to stop them, but they arrested him and took off somewhere.
Golly.
Sorry to hear that. All I want to know is when we get to go home. Mouseinger will probably get tired of being king soon, and then things will go back to normal, won't they?
Oh.
Yeah, well, then you're gonna have to look. That's honestly a similar problem to what I had. Like, that's one of the reasons why I stopped dating in general, is that I realize that I make bad decisions on who I'm attracted to. I'm also attracted to girls that are mentally unstable. And it always, any type of relationship I do get out of it, it self-destructs because of that. So you essentially have to sit down and ask yourself, what is the common thread among these women that you're attracted to that keeps leading you to the same type of person? And you have to try to avoid that and go for something else. It's not even that they're higher value than you. You're attracted, it's a personality trait that you keep going back to more than anything else. Like, it's more than likely that there's a certain personality trait, probably, from what you're saying, is probably someone who's manipulative. And for some reason that personality trait is attractive to you, even though it's hurtful to you. So you're going to have to figure out how to identify it, isolate it, and distance yourself from it. Like, you're going to have to actively go after girls that don't have it, which means you may have to try talking to and dating girls that you're not completely attracted to. And try to train yourself to be attracted to more favorable traits to your personality. That's kind of where I'm stuck right now. It's not an easy thing to do, because dating someone that you're not necessarily attracted to, mentally, of course I'm saying, physicality has very little to do with that part. But trying to date someone that you're not attracted to emotionally and mentally is hard, because you then have to try to give your time and effort and everything else when you're really not feeling it, even though it could be a better match for you if you already know that what you're attracted to is a bad match for you. I still don't. You keep using that word. I don't think you know what that word means. Because, like you said before, you don't want to hurt anyone, but that's literally what homme fatale and femme fatale mean. They're like a person that is fatal. It's someone that ruins another person in a relationship. And if you don't want to be that, then you're using the wrong word.
Yeah.
Monsters sometimes come here from the old sewers, you know. You should see the hullabaloo that springs up when they do. They're only small and we can usually fight them off. That doesn't stop everyone worrying that they might be poisonous or something. Well, if you aspire to be like James Bond, then you're gonna have to go backwards about 50 years. Because that type of person is less and less accepted in society nowadays. Like at first it was something that guys looked up to, and then it was something that people tolerated. In this day and age, it's something that most people outright despise. So probably not something to be aspiring to in this day and age. Ever since King Mousiga took over, the mouse soldiers have been allowed to do whatever they like. They harass Grimalkin in the streets even if they've done nothing wrong, and always find some pretense for punishing them. One of my friends was just arrested for shoplifting, and he was queuing up to pay. Makes my blood boil. Can't say anything though, otherwise they'll throw me in the dungeons next. Honestly, most cats are afraid to even leave their houses these days. Things are even worse here than I thought. Ding Dong Dale's rotten to the blessed core.
It's
all because we used to persecute mousekind. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are very happy to have Mousinger in charge. I don't condone what he's done, of course. A leader must be above petty vengeance. There's certainly no way we can form a union with such a kingdom. So what are you going to do? Get some vengeance of your own? He killed my father, and Nella. He overthrew me and stole my kingdom, and he drove all these poor people down here. He has to be removed. Ding Dong Dell will never know peace otherwise. Alright, good old-fashioned regime change.
Well now.
Tell me, Evan. Your father, was he a bad judge of character?
What?
Think about it. Why would he make someone like Mousinger his most trusted advisor?
But...
I suppose he... I'm sorry, I think I need some time to myself.
No, listen here.
You have to set about the poor lad so mercilessly, you devil you. Can you not see it plays merry hell with his little head? He'll be okay. He's a king.
Aye.
Well, there it is that, I suppose.
Master Evan?
I mean, if that's what you're dedicated to, but it'd be a lot better to focus your effort on actually trying to be happy rather than trying to get back at people or, you know, trying to hurt someone else.
Oh, it is you. It really is.
Ratcha? Gosh, it's been so long. How are you?
Relieved to have found you, that's how. The guards were all talking about how you'd been spotted. Oh, I was petrified they might get to you first. You mustn't stay here any longer. King Mousinger has ordered your arrest.
Probably.
Thank you for your concern. But I came here to speak with him, as one ruler to another. I mean to forge a union between our two kingdoms.
And how do you plan to do that? In case you haven't noticed, the borders are closed, and the entire country is cut off from the rest of the world.
I know, but...
See, that's not a good idea either, for the simple fact that people don't change unless they want to. Like, no one's gonna change unless they decide for themselves to make a change. I mean, that's one of the first things that you usually learn when you start looking into people with addiction problems, like alcoholics and gambling addicts and sex addicts and everything else. That's why they always say they have to hit rock bottom before they can get any better, because no matter how much an outside source tries to fix them or help them, they're gonna resist it unless they decide for themselves to get better. I mean, you could spend all day trying to show them how what they're doing is wrong and how they could be better, but it's not gonna do anything unless they decide for themselves. So, that's a pit that normally women fall into in relationships. They try to go out of their way to change someone in the relationship, and then they're usually, like, that's how a lot of marriages and everything end up falling apart, is when they realize that it's not working because the other person doesn't want to change. Humans are very stubborn in that way. We like to stay how things are for the most part. And even with someone telling you how you could be better or how you could make things better, if you don't agree with it, or if you don't make that decision for yourself, then nothing's ever going to change. Nah, that's not true. I'm sure there's probably a higher amount of them among, the group of good-looking women. But definitely not all.
Can I ask you something, Ratcha? Is Ding Dong Dell better now? Are the rats and mice happy?
I think I know what's bothering you, but there's no need to worry, my dear. King Mausinger will come to his senses. He always hated injustice. That's why your father put his faith in him in the first place.
Really?
Oh, yes. Because he felt the same. And that's why he gave Mousefolk a chance, like no king of Ding Dong Dell had ever done before. Well, he made me his maid, didn't he? And Mausinger his chancellor. Such things were unheard of at the time.
But Mausinger believes that... He believes that my father simply used him in order to keep Mousekind under control.
Does he indeed? Then he's sorely mistaken. Your father near enough pulled his mane out trying to build bridges between our two peoples. It's just a shame you have to take an old maid's word for it. If only he could have told you himself. His diary would have been the next best thing, I suppose, but I'm afraid they laid it to rest alongside him.
Is that right? Thank you, Ratcha. You've been very helpful.
Glad to be of service, my dear. Just you be careful now, you hear?
Here he is.
Hey.
You seem a little calmer. Yes, I think I am. Sorry about before.
Well, now.
Wasn't wrong, Roland. Lad came to his senses. Right? Listen, all of you. I must go and visit my father's tomb. I need his diary. I need to get to know him better. Sounds good to me. Let's get going, shall we? Lead on, Evan. is the only place I can land. Oh, man. That's kind of annoying. Yep, Crypt of the Cat Kings. I was able to get to it from here before, but it was locked. I kind of figured it was going to be part of the main story really soon.
You ready for this?
Have at ye dogs!
Yes and no. You don't want to stop feeling, because again, like I said, that's who you are. You have to accept who you are. You just maybe have to hold back how early you say things. Like, essentially run the things that you want to say through your mind before they come out your mouth. Just give yourself a filter on the things you say. Doesn't mean stop feeling them. Just means maybe don't say everything you feel right away. Yes, and only one who possesses the Mark of Kings can enter. Alright, in we go. Here it is, my father's diary. Well, what does it say, Mun? Let's see.
Do you remember the day I made you my Chancellor, Mausinger? The other ministers,
Were up in arms, but they dare not say so to my face. But I trusted in you. I could see the resolve in your eyes, the determination. You yearned to bury the differences between our kinds, just as I did. I trust in you still. I know that you will continue what we have started, and that you will succeed.
He trusted Mausinger. He had complete faith in him. So, Evan, what are we going to do now? And that's what I'm saying, just put like, I'm not saying don't feel what you feel. I'm not even saying don't say what you feel. Just not right away. Like, hold on to it. Hold on to things a little bit before you let them out. I have to make Mausinger see the truth. I have to tell him what my father really thought of him. Sounds like a plan. Yes, assuming we can get him to talk. Let's head back to Evermore. I have a feeling we'll need to wait for our chance to present itself.
Oi!
King Evan-sire, a letter from Ding Dong Dell.
Huh?
Old Mousinger himself, is it? I knew it was just a matter of time.
Golly.
You planned this, didn't you, Roland?
Huh?
Planned what now, curse you? You and your cursed scheming.
Oh, come on.
Oh, shush you. What does it say? To His Radiant Majesty, King Evan Petty-Whiskered Tildrum of Evermore. Tales of your great achievements continue to impress us. We'd be honored if you would visit us to discuss your growing union. Our border guards have been instructed to grant you free passage. Simply present the Mark of Kings as proof of your identity. Your eternal friend and servant, King Mousinger of Ding Dong Dell. He wants to make a trade for the Mark of Kings. Guess you knew it would make a pretty good bargaining chip all along, huh, Roland? It is a trap, of course. I don't think he's trying to disguise the fact. He knows we can't refuse.
Aye.
For all his weasel words, 'tis not more than a challenge, and a brazen one at that. But it does mean that we can finally meet with him face to face. So it's off to Ding Dong Dell for a bit of the old international negotiations. Is it tidy? I'll pack my negotiating shoes. I've got this one to turn in. Might as well go do that before we go.
Whoa! Yes.
Huh. I wonder how many different parts this is gonna be.
Say,
Right.
there!
Hey! So,
Please get better. Sanctify.
Hey, Irby, how you doing?
Hey up! Hello there.
Oh no, I forgot to change it back after a cutscene.
Whoa! So,
Let's get the next step. Hopefully it's only 3.
Yes.
gosh.
Alright, this is the last one. It actually might be doable if I get all the Gilder upgrades. Actually, was that one with the Soctopus done? I only got 1 of 3. So apparently it's not a common drop from those squids in the sewer.
Whoa!
Yes!
Yes.
Mmm!
Come to do some shopping, eh? What else can I do? I'll be
Doesn't
seeing
actually
you
do
again
anything on
then.
its own.
Good day to you. Enjoy your stay.
Oi!
What do you want, eh? What, I mean, King Evan.
Oh, my!
You must forgive my atrocious manners, Your Majesty. King Mousigan asks us to extend you the most cordial of welcomes. He wishes you to be informed that he awaits you eagerly in the throne room.
Mm-hmm.
I know the way.
Oh,
Of course, I'll stay right here and carry on, guarding. It's been such a long time.
oi!
Snap out of it, Evan lad. You've got some Mousigan wrangling to be getting on with. That's how you can get him to sign this declaration, yeah, shall we?
Golly.
All right.
Greetings.
Your Majesty, it has been too long. And I see that Roland is with you. I must thank you again for exposing our susceptibility to infiltration so thoroughly, Mr. Crane. And did you bring the Mark of Kings as requested? Don't panic. It's right here.
Excuse me?
King Mousinger, I have come to speak with you as the leader of one nation to another.
Ha!
Ah yes, I must commend you on your new realm and on your persistence. Having failed so abjectly to rule in the first attempt, you would not be forgiven for not trying again. I promised Aranella. I said I would build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after. And you mean to do this by convincing others to sign your pathetic little pact, I understand. A fine plan for a naive child. It's not. The Declaration of Interdependence is... Your Majesty, I must insist that you humor the boy's nonsense for not a moment longer. Abandon this pretense. You do not mean to forge an alliance of equals. You mean to bend our kind to your will, just as your father did before you. Your motives are painfully transparent, but His Majesty will not countenance such foolishness. Those days are long gone. There will be no pact. Mousekind will submit to the will of the Grimalkin no more.
King Mousinger, please, we have to stop this before it's too late. I see now why you overthrew me. So much has happened between our two kinds. But we can't let it go on. We have to bring the hatred between our peoples to an end.
And what would you know of hatred, boy? Of the taste of shame, of the humiliation of servitude. The line of the Tildrams ends here, today, at my hand. Oh, how long I have waited for this. Ding Dong Dell will never be yours! Never! Come, Tildrum! It is time to meet your fate! Here goes! Who's next? Here goes. Make yourselves useful. Don't let me down! Humiliated by 2 generations of the same accursed line. Damn you, Tildrum, and all your kind!
We don't have to do this, Mousinger. I didn't come here to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Come, Your Majesty. You cannot simply bow to defeat. If you do not destroy these worms, our people will never be safe. They will never be free.
Free? Yes. We must be free!
But not like this. Don't listen to him.
Every last Grimalkin must die! Come, Oakenheart! Come to me! My Kingspawn! Who are you? thought this tedium would never end.
At last it is done, Master.
Vermine.
I hope you can forgive me, Your Majesty. Even I must confess to feeling some small pang of guilt at having encouraged you to slay your dearest friend and patron. But you should not have so readily taken my word over King Leonard's. Those who claim that blood runs thicker than water grossly overstate the case, my beloved fellow mouse.
No!
In truth, your precious king was too nauseatingly good-natured to betray you. To contemplate anything so base as manipulating you into keeping our kind in check. And more fool him, as you are so very easy to manipulate.
Vermine. How could you?
How could I betray my master? How could you be so foolish as to ask such a question? And now, Lord Doloran, I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. My price was the kingdom, if you recall. I hereby claim it.
Yes, of course. You must be rewarded for your faithful service.
What? Oh.
Doloran, what have you done to him?
I have repaid the debt of a traitor, and not a moment too soon. This accursed kingdom. Not only was its ruler too pure-hearted to succumb to my corruption, even his closest aide proved immune to my advances. In the end, I was forced to settle for this contemptible worm. I have wasted so much precious time. But at last, my plan is complete. What a pity you will not be present to witness its glorious fruition! Coconut! Has it really come to this?
Wait! You needn't do this alone. We'll fight him together.
Shall we? Whatever them flowers are popping out, it ain't good. Avoid the polleny stuff and bash them blooms. Let's not find out, Kate. Run away! All together now!
Where is he?
No!
Ding Dong Dell is doomed. I have doomed it. But my king's bond to have been plucked from me so easily. It's not fit to rule. Not strong enough. Take my life, Tildrum. It is your right. Must avenge your father. No, Mousinger, there will be no more needless death. And this kingdom is not doomed. It will rise again. It will do so because its people will work together to rebuild it. Cat and mouse, hand in hand. My father trusted you. You cannot fail him now.
It says... He believed in me. And I... What have I done? Mousinger. My dearest friend. Your Majesty. Be still, Mousinger. I forgive you. Our two kinds have borne each other ill will since time immemorial. The rift between us could not be healed so easily. It was a distance that could only ever be closed one step at a time. But close it shall. One day, we will stand together, hand in hand at last, all thoughts of oppression consigned to history. And you, Mousinger, you will bring this about.
But, Your Majesty, why would you... Why would you trust in one who had failed you so utterly? At whose hand you...
I always trusted you, old friend, and I always will. You see far, further than I ever could. You are a maker of plans, a doer of deeds, a true ruler. Yet there remains in you a lingering shadow of doubt. Doubt in others, born of doubt in yourself. A king must learn to trust his own judgment.
A king? You mean that... You still think me worthy?
Who better to rule over the realm I love than one who loves it just as fiercely?
If it please you, Your Majesty.
It does. And now, I must be on my way. When next we meet, I would have you tell me the tale of a kingdom made great by its wise and benevolent ruler.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Farewell, Mousinger. I leave Ding Dong Dell in your hands. Do not fail me. Become a true king. Watch over the land we both love so well.
I will not fail you, old friend.
King Mausinger, I humbly propose that a pact be made between our realms. Will you sign the Declaration of Interdependence?
It is what your father would have wanted. For our two kingdoms to stand as one. And so it shall be.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Let us work together to make a better, more peaceful world.
You have come far, son of Leonard. I will gladly stand beside you. And I will make Ding Dong Dell a kingdom where all races can stand beside one another. The enmity of generations will divide us no longer. I salute you, Evan, Lord of Evermore.
As for the Mark of Kings, I will entrust it to your keeping until such time as the matter of the Horned One has been resolved. You may have need of it yet.
Thank you.
I hope that I will be able to return it to you very soon. Very good. Now I am ready when you are. Let us swear our pacts.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Let the banners of war ne'er again be unfurled. United we stand as one single land.
And sure enough, Ding Dong Dell began to change from that day forth. No longer did catkind cower beneath the ground in fear of tyranny. Instead, the Grimalkins stepped out into the sun and saw their brother mice as if for the first time. And the hatred that had divided them for so long melted away like so much snow.
Oh, if only they were that
Perhaps not
simple.
entirely. But these things take time.
The declaration's finished, Evan. You did it.
And we made peace with Mausinger too, which is something. But his king's bond was stolen, and Doloran really does mean to resurrect the Horned One.
So what if he does? You'll be ready to face him. You'll overcome this trial, just like all the others. After all, if you can as good as unite the whole world, you can do anything.
You're right.
But it's not over yet. And this last part isn't going to be easy.
The time has come. All four kings' bonds belong to me. At last, I shall have my heart's desire.
Something's not right. What the flip's wrong with you, man? Pull yourself together.
Chapter 9. To be a king.
Roland! What?
The heck is going on? Okay. Anyway, never mind me. You see that sky? Otto and the others went out on patrol over that way, didn't they?
gosh.
Yes, they did.
It's torn the very sea asunder.
Is that a kingmaker? If it is, it's the biggest I've ever seen.
The Horned One has returned to us at last. Now the people of this pathetic world shall give their souls to bring my beloved Alessandra back to me. More citizens for my kingdom. More power for my king's bonds. With every soul I steal, the more glorious my realm will become.
Ahoy there!
Here we are, Your Majesty. Back in one piece, near enough.
Forgive me.
I'm afraid we have some rather troubling news to impart. We sure do, but I think you've probably guessed what it is. Okay, so I can't check on the kingdom yet. So the Horned One really has returned. Indeed. We encountered the creature in the skies above the Blackened Isle. I recorded it on a memolith. You need to see this. It appeared along with a large landmass, which we can only assume to be the continent that was lost when the Horned One was sealed away. It's enormous. Look, it's Longfang. Not just Longfang, lad. A whole blessed lot of there. Brian Skimmer, Bastion, Oakenheart, too. There's a veritable Kingmakers Conference. But there is something different in their bearing. They are not true Kingmakers. They are facsimiles, Created through the power of the stolen kingdom's bonds, I would assume. Oh, whatever they are, they created some kind of barrier to protect the Horned One. Indeed, and the moment the barrier was raised, the fiend began absorbing a succession of spheres of pure light.
What the?
Spheres of... what could they be? Give me just a moment, Roland. Scant moments after absorbing the first of these spheres, the Horned began to expel a great cloud of black creatures. And they went flying off in every direction. Luckily, not too many of them headed this way. Yeah, they look horrible.
No.
As to the nature of these spheres of light, it is my belief that they were souls, distillations of the very essence of life. The Horned One is absorbing the souls of the people of the world and transforming them, enslaving them.
Oh my!
That's awful! You remember what Dalaran did to Vermine, when the life was leached from him, when he became little more than a walking corpse. This is what's happened when a person's soul is stolen. And you're saying that's happening to people all over the world, even as we speak. They are being turned into the living dead. How can we turn them back?
Well,
I cannot say for certain, but there must surely be a way. How come there's none round these parts as have their souls taken hostage, I ask you? I think we may have Lofty for that.
No, man.
I ain't done nothing, man. Nothing, I swear. You didn't have to. What's the one thing our nation has that the others don't anymore? That's right, a kingmaker. The bond between you and Evan is still strong. That means we're protected.
Yeah!
Not bad, Mr. Kingmaker, not bad.
Mm-hmm. In it, though.
Reckon I had a little inkling it might something be like that. That's the reason done it. Me being all important in that. But why has he done all this? Why would he be so desperate to bring back the Horned One in the first place? No idea who's talking there. Okay. Your Majesty. You must forgive the intrusion, Evan, circumstances being what they are. Not at all, you're very welcome.
Now,
On to the subject of Dalaran is and what exactly he might want. I believe I have some information that may clarify things a little further. 2,000 years ago, he was the ruler of a nation known as Allegoria, and he made a pact with the Horned One. Though his was a small and insignificant kingdom, by enlisting the aid of such a kingmaker, he thought to make Allegoria great, to bend this singular evil to his will. That tallies with what Niall told us back when we first learned about Dalaran. But things did not go according to plan. Instead, a terrible tragedy befell the realm. Far from growing great, it disappeared from the world entirely. It is believed he was unable to contain the fiend's all-consuming corruption, and that the entire continent Allegoria stood upon was spirited away to a place between worlds. Whatever happened, Dalaran would appear to be determined to revive this vanished land.
What?
But why? Why would he want to bring it back after all these years? I don't know, but I think I understand why he needed all those king's bonds now. Without them, he couldn't hope to control something so powerful. Whether we have an inkling as to why or not, I'd say Swab's wish is more than a little close to coming true. It was a kingdom-sized chunk of land disappeared alongside the great creature, that's for certain. But if Dalaran got what he wanted, why would he be stealing everyone's souls? He needs followers, subjects. The more powerful he grows, the more powerful his kingmaker grows in return. And one whose ambitions stretch as far as enlisting the aid of such an utterly evil being will surely not be satisfied with merely recovering his lost realm. No, now that he has the means at his command, it would seem he intends to bring all the people of the world under his dark dominion. So he wants to take over the whole world, but we can't let him. We won't.
Yeah.
How exactly are we supposed to stop him? You saw the size of that mountain of spikes he calls a kingmaker, didn't you? There is one possibility. Mornstar, the sword said to have sealed away the Horned One's evil all those centuries ago. Mornstar? Alas, its whereabouts are no longer known. But there is yet time. The great evil gathers its forces still. If the sword can be found before it reaches its full strength, we may yet stand a chance. How do we find it if no one knows where it is? Now indeed, any tale 2 millennia in the making will almost certainly be more fantasy than fact by now. There's surely no records from the time remain. 2,000 years, eh? I think we might just know where to find records from that far back, don't you, Evan? Oh, of course, the library in Goldpaw.
Uh-huh.
Right, if anything from back then did survive, you can bet Bodley will know about it. And it seems we have a plan of action. We will inform the rulers of the other realms of all that has come to pass. We will rally them to the cause and make ready to take the Horned One by force. We will seek out further clues as to Mornstar's whereabouts. Alright. Very well, until we meet again.
Let's see now.
So, Mornstar went from being a staff in the first game to a sword in this game.
Say.
Not sure if I should even bother going to go pick these up. I guess we'll see if they can be done quickly.
Hello.
Yep.
Gosh.
gosh!
Hello, Yahoo! You have reached Nananas.
Hey, Cypress, how you doing?
Oi.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this story of yours now? You'll never believe this, Evan, but I've won a kind of prize. Look, I got this letter about it today. Congrats, mate. You've been selected from a pool of thousands to win a top prize. Just come down to the Mugsboro and bring this letter as proof. Looking forward to seeing you.
Gosh!
What was the thing you did that put you in a coma all day? It is. It's one wee problem, though. Those old bones of mine are stiff as anything right now. Can I possibly make it all the way there and back? I think you could maybe go in my place. Listen, Niall, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'd ignore that letter if I were you. I've seen this kind of scam 1,000 times.
Aye.
But what if it isn't a scam, eh? And I'm gonna miss a chance to claim my prize. Plus, I know there's a chance it's dodgy, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. What do you say, Evan? Would you help me out, laddie? To be honest, I'm rather curious to see if the prize is real myself. Let's go and find out, Roland. Oh, it's your funeral. Guess it can't hurt to take a look.
Welcome to Swift Solutions.
Need 176 total.
Oh, by the way...
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Why the long face, Trey?
Ah!
Oh, hey, Bracken, didn't see you there. Things aren't so good with me right now. Getting literally zero work done.
Oh.
That sounds terrible. What kind of work do you do, Trey? I'm in the design department. My job's like bring Zip Vector's crazy ideas to life.
Uh-huh.
Trey's one of the finest minds of the whole company, Evan. You've seen the Monolith, right? That was all him.
Oh.
Really? You designed that wonderful device all on your own. That's incredible. Hey, why don't you come back and join us in Revenant Kingdom, Trey? Maybe a change of scenery will help you dream up some new ideas. That's a cool thought, Bracken, but actually ideas aren't my problem right now. I've lost a Memolith. Super important one.
What the?
Again? And listen, there's stuff in there that's really embarrassing for me, like, really embarrassing. Well, do you have any idea where you might have lost it? Guess I could have gotten mixed up with the other Memolith I was using to deliver some data. I gave it to Wally over in Smart Stick Lab. Have you tried asking him about it? No way, man. I mean, if he sees what's on there, I'd, like, literally die of embarrassment. What exactly was on this thing, Trey? Oh, whatever. I can't bear to see you moping around like this. We'll help you out, won't we, Evan? Yes, of course. We'll go and talk to Smart Stick Lab for you. Things are just going from bad to worse.
Yes.
Heard that civilians have been instructed not to leave town unless it's an emergency.
Hey.
What's up, Brianna? Oh, hey, Bracken.
Yeah.
You've heard about all the monsters outside the treehouse, right? Well, I'm trying to find a way to get rid of them, but they're pretty tough. It's going to take a while to figure this out. Yeah, things have gotten pretty crazy recently, right? Listen, why'd you let us take care of these monsters?
Hey!
Not sure. I don't like the idea of you guys putting yourselves in danger. Oh, but it's our duty. Both our kingdoms have signed the Declaration of Interdependence. That means it's our responsibility to help you. If you're sure, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're super stretched right now. Most of our droids have been trashed, and if we go out to fight the monsters, we'll be leaving the treehouse unprotected. Thanks, Bracken. We need someone to take our lead on this. Just don't do anything stupid, alright? You don't need to worry about me. I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm completely blanking as to whether or not I've taken my break today. Can't remember if I did, because there's been a lot of cutscenes. I don't think I have. Well, if I have, I'll take another one in case I haven't. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I'll be back in 5, and then I guess we'll see how many of these side quests are worth doing, like with little effort. So yeah, I'll be back in 5.